Are you debating whether you should rent or sell your current home, or maybe you've inherited a property and you're not really sure what to do with it? My name is Danielle Ohlms and I'm the broker owner of Keyrenter St. Property Management. Today I'm going to talk about why now is the best time to rent out your house. So first, you have equity. I'm going to bet you've got a substantial amount of equity in that house, and that's probably why you're highly considering selling, right? But let me ask you this: what do you plan to do with that money that you make? Do you have plans to invest it somewhere else? If so, that's great. But if you have no plans for those proceeds and you're just going to let it sit in the bank for a while and try to figure things out, why not keep the house as a rental and keep expanding on that equity? Imagine what that house is going to be worth in 10 or even 20 years. And then guess what else? You can still get cash from that equity without selling the house. You can do a HELOC or you can do a home equity loan. It's so important to leverage your investment. Second, you have interest rates. We all know interest rates have soared over the last few months, but I'm going to bet, again, that you have a pretty good interest rate on your primary home. At least it's quite a bit lower than what you could get now if you went out and purchased an investment property. Not to mention that with an investment property, you're typically going to have a higher interest rate anyway because you're not occupying it. So take advantage of that low interest rate that you already have and keep it as a rental property. And third, you can still cash out now, but I need to sell my house to get a loan for a new one. That isn't necessarily true. You can actually count the lease as income. So the typical rule of thumb is the lender will count around 75% of the rental income that you're getting as your income. So if your house leases for, say, $2,000 a month, $1,500 of that is added to your calculated monthly income. Do you need money for a down payment? Don't forget that HELOC or home equity line of credit that I was just talking about. And last, rent prices. Rent prices have increased dramatically in St. Charles County. We've seen an average rent go up $200 in the last 12 months. Usually, I don't see a huge monthly cash flow for landlords who rent out their own houses. It's kind of more about the buy and hold or equity building, but with the lower monthly payment you probably have in the high rent prices we're getting, you have this golden opportunity of having both cash flow and substantial equity building. Take advantage of that. Rental houses are in demand now more than ever. You might be thinking, well, Danielle, this sounds great, but who would want to rent out a 3 or even a 4-bedroom house? People rent apartments, not houses. Wrong. So many people rent out houses. Some people don't want the responsibility of homeownership, so they just rent. Other people, they're relocating to the area. There are all sorts of reasons for people to rent. Most of our rentals that we manage are houses, and they rent out an average of less than 2 weeks. Someone will rent your house out, I promise. Now is the perfect time to rent out your home. Give me a call if I can help. 636-707-2000, or check out our website, KeyrenterStCharles.com.